So, alright everyone, let's get started, and welcome back to Bloodstained. I'm actually speaking to you from a save room we haven't seen before. So, future editor me, if you could, go back in time and show us how this all got started, I'd appreciate that. That would be kind of an interesting little story to tell, because there is kind of a story there. And, yeah.
Zion! Take this! Zion!
And as soon as I start farming, I get a new shard. That's amazing. That's literally amazing. Farming to get the necessary components out of those flying cows is going to be harder than I expect. Well, harder is the wrong word. I can do it. It's just going to take freaking forever. And be frustrating as hell the whole time. Now that I have armor that lets me ignore traps, I should probably explore this area a little bit more. I don't think I'm going to go into the Hall of Termination yet, but eventually. Don't know why I did that when...
Zion! Zion!
Wait, is there a point to that? Other than to threaten you with death for no reason?
Zion! Take this!
This is so much easier.
Take this! Zion! Zion! Zion!
Bing! So much easier. So much easier. Yes, that was vastly preferable.
Zion! Take this!
I hate everything. I swear to God. Don't know why I did that. I really don't. It seemed like a good idea at the time. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't need the Aegis armor anymore.
Got it. Here's...
Okay, this time, the Aegis plate is on, and it is staying on. It is not coming off for any reason this time. Alright, I'm going to Waystone back to where I was soon enough. But before I do that, let's do this. Before I do that, let's mess around up here a little bit. Since, I have the health to not die in one hit. Maybe two.
Take this! Zion!
Never mind.
Hold on.
If you insist.
Disrozion! 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 Disrozion!
Alright, I'm leaving that room for the moment.
Disrozion!
And never mind, I'm leaving that room permanently. Okay, just to confirm, I still have the Aegis Plate equipped. This is turning into an exploration of Livre Ex Machina, which is not what I intended to do with the day.
Disrozion! Disrozion! Disrozion!
But that's fine, especially when I get new shards out of it. I don't think I much appreciate the possibility of getting dead, though. That said, I am getting pretty much everything I wanted out of the stuff here.
Disrozion! 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 Take Disrozion!
Eh. Oh boy. But that's the save room, so we're good. We are completely good. Anyway, now that we're back from our little trip back into the past, yeah, I know why this happened. I was going to go farm an Axe Outsider, and I know there was one there, but then I got Mithril from the chests anyway, so yeah, this has all been a very long, kind of almost silly diversion that was never supposed to be this involved. And yet here we are. Here we are at a dragon slaying challenge that I had said I wanted to do a long time ago, and then just never bothered doing because it never seemed relevant. But we're here now. Let's slay a dragon. Oh no, it's a dragon. It's dangerous. I mean, okay, it is. I should stop talking before I die in really humiliating fashion. Yes, before I die in really humiliating fashion. Okay, that's more like what I wanted to see happen. I'm glad I didn't have to use anything on that fight. You know, I was kind of expecting to be able to handle it quickly and easily with shards that I wasn't supposed to have. Cough, Tiss, Rave, cough. Well, more like fully upgraded Tiss, Rave. But with that, of course, let me mark this on my map while I'm thinking about it, too. I have no idea what's going on with the Celeste room, by the way. I honestly don't. So, yeah, now that I've slain this dragon, that actually opens up some new areas over here, which I've never really messed with. And by new areas over here, of course, I mean the Hall of Termination. And again, it's like, I've always wanted to get around to this. It's not like I was never going to explore this area, but it just never seemed a priority, and then I kept getting distracted by doing other things, and here we are. Also, it's hilarious how Tisrazine basically just sends those fairies flying. I don't know why it does that, or like, I don't know how that happens, but it's hilarious every time. Well, so long as I don't need the raw materials for anything. Which I might, come to think of it. Ooh, nice. Anyway, I don't expect the Hall of Termination to be a challenge, just because, you know, we've been here before. We've long since taken on much tougher enemies without any trouble. I was about to say, that's new too. Now, of course, now that I've said that I don't expect this to be a challenge, you know I'm gonna die at least once somewhere in the Hall of Termination. Never gets old. Never gets old watching fairies fly off into the distance like that. Yes, that leads back into the... Wait, this is the good side, yes? This is the side from which I can hit the switch that opens the door, right? No? I mean, it's an HP up. I'm not going to deny that. But it's really kind of frustrating. Really kind of frustrating that I ended up on the wrong side of that door, despite having already gone way past this point in the game. Oh well, so be it. Also, I'm getting all the sponge cake I could ever want over here. Funny how this all got started with me wanting to get Mithril from an Axe Outsider. And now I have Mithril from an Axe Outsider, and I don't care. Because it was like the one bit of Mithril after 6 more from different places. Like that, for example. I will say my sense of timing does mean that I can much more thoroughly explore the Hall of Termination than I expected. Those are important. Which one do I want to drop? I mean, are those important, really? Those are not that important. Never mind.
Hit for Zion! 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 Hit for Zion!
I'm getting lots of copies of that, too.
Hit for Zion!
I mean, I don't need the marks on the map to tell me where things are, but I may as well add them anyway. Also, it's kind of a miss. Hold on. And now, of course, we find ourselves very far into the Hall of Termination.
Hit for Zion!
Effectively the end of the Hall of Termination, really.
Hit for Zion!
With a couple of interesting things to point out. There is, of course, a hole in the ceiling.
Hit for Zion! Hit for Zion! Take this! Hit for Zion! Hit for
Including
Zion!
Celeste's key at all. Oh, I forget. I didn't know all this stuff was up here.
Gotcha!
And of course, including a certain bookshelf, which I'm not touching. No, thank you, please.
Hit for Zion!
Stay away.
Hit for Zion! Hit for Zion! Hit for Zion! Take this!
Like, yeah, there's no way I'm touching that bookshelf
Hit
just
for
yet.
Zion!
Now, to be fair, there's some pretty cool stuff in there. It's absolutely worth going in there if you can. But it's not happening. Also, there's this boss door, which I will also not be touching because at the current point in time, there's nothing I can do in there.
Hit for Zion!
Oops. Need to get better stairs there.
Invert! Invert!
And with that, I've got a whole bunch of new shiny things that I need to go check out. So now that we have thoroughly explored the Hall of Termination and sort of not quite thoroughly explored parts of Livre Ex Machina, I will get right back to you once I've had a chance to assess what's become of all that shiny stuff. Well, now that I've had a chance to mess around with some of my farming, right, giving me my first new rapier in way too long, as well as enough drink to ensure I will never run out of mana ever again,
Hit for Zion!
I think I'm going to keep going in and filling out parts of the map. For no particular reason. I still need to get that one annoying corner of the Inferno Cave, but that's going to involve a lot of walking, and I'm going to stick with the Diantek Cathedral first.
Invert!
Oh,
Hit for Zion! Hit for Zion! Invert! Hit for Zion! Hit for Zion! Hit for Zion! Hit for Zion! Gotcha! Invert! Invert!
anything in that bell? Yes, there is. Is there something in every single one of the bells in this silly little area?
Invert!
With that out of the way, I guess I do have to go fill in that last little gap in the Inferno thing.
Zion! Zion!
Of course, I'm pretty much letting myself take huge amounts of damage for no reason. I guess using the strawberry crepe is enough of a reason. Slight boost to stats, go!
Zion! Take this! Zion! Zion! Zion!
Fine.
Tis free! Tis free! Take this! Tis Zion! 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 This!
And exploring this room, which has literally nothing in it, but hey, Diamond, not complaining.
Tis Zion! Tis Zion! Invert! Tis Zion! Tis Zion! There! Invert! Tis Zion! Tis Zion! Tis Zion! Invert! Tis Zion! Tis Zion! Tis Zion! Invert!
I think that was maybe one of the most valuable chests I've opened in a long time. I think that opened some new, very shiny things for me. Well then, with that, I believe I've pretty much scoured the entire castle as far as filling in the areas of the map I'm capable of getting to. I'm sure there's a couple of places I've missed, or, you know, there must be something I haven't gotten. But really, there's not a whole lot else for me to do other than, you know, make progress in the game. So, back to the Oriental Sorcery Lab.
Tis Zion! Tis Zion! Tis Zion! Take this!
Now, I did do some messing around in here earlier.
Tis Zion! Tis Zion! Tis Zion! Tis Zion! Tis Zion!
Mostly out
Tis
of
Zion! Tis Zion!
a somewhat
Tis Zion!
unreasonable desire to do some farming. I'm serious. I would really like to... I would really like to farm the Hagenti there, the little flying cow-like enemies. I would really like to farm those guys for raw materials. I desperately, desperately want to be able to farm them for raw materials. However, I feel like at the moment that's going to end up being long, frustrating, and not... Well, I mean, I can do it. It's just... Hold on a second. There's so many cool things I can pick up. I swear there was an entrance to that side somewhere around here. Anyway, there's so much good stuff I can get with farming those out.
Rosian! Rosian!
Farming these things.
Rosian!
But
Rosian!
it's just not going to be easy or quick to do that.
Rosian!
Also, now that I've made the attempt, and my health and mana are suffering miserably for my... Now that my health and mana have suffered miserably from even so much of a short hop into the Oriental Sorcery Lab, I'll be right back. Today in Warp Rooms are better than save rooms because they let you move around and you can use them to go back to a save room to save. Okay, lesson learned. Ninja are not to be messed with. I mean, I knew that already, but... I mean, I knew that already, but now it's all the more obvious. Well, eventually I will be able to get through this room without getting utterly wrecked. That day is not today. Be right back. Alright, third time's the charm? Maybe third time is the charm. It is pretty hard on my mana to kill everything with Tis Resign like this. Especially if I'm going to insist on... Ooh, shiny new shard! Especially if I'm going to insist on doing the whole scanning thing. I wanted that thing. I regret nothing. I may soon regret something. Okay. If I'm going to insist on kind of scanning upward... Oh, ouch. Whoops. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, if I'm going to insist on kind of scanning the beam around to hit targets, which with enemies like these, I kind of need to do that. Ooh, that is new. Sweet. Oh, that's an important shard to have. Oh, no more miso? I was hoping for more miso. Anyway, I think that is decent enough for me to attempt to proceed from there. Nope, not worth it. Well, that's another new enemy killed, but that was at the expense of literally all of my mana. And it's all back! If I know that was fair. I don't think I actually needed to do that, and I'm definitely... I could go in there, but I'm not going in there. No, thank you. Nope, not happening, no. What the heck? Is he dead? I think he's dead. All right, it's back to that thing we have to do where healing items are to be consumed or else. You know, what I'm doing right now is actually a terrible idea. Because I am not going to have enough, I do not have enough healing items to take on what's waiting for me at the end of all of this. And if I don't have the healing items I need to make progress through the game, then I'm just going to have to go back and collect them anyway. Right? And I'm going to have to go through this whole area again because...
Look here.
Yeah, I know. That's nice, at least.
Take this.
Right? I'm going to have to go back through this area again. If I try to leave and come back, I'm going to have to go back through this area again. Which means any progress I make through this area here and now is only relevant for the items I get, which soy sauce is totally worth it, don't get me wrong. Oh, crap.
Scrumptious.
I want to try and keep the sponge cake where it is.
Take this! Take Rosian! Take Rosian! Take Rosian! Take Rosian! Take strength! Gotcha!
Alright, I'm going to get whatever's in here, and then probably I'm going to end up
Take
leaving.
Rosian! Take 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 this! Rosian! Take Rosian! Take Rosian! Take Rosian! Take Rosian! Take Rosian!
Joking, right?
Take Rosian!
Okay, do I retreat? Yes, I retreat. As I said, there is no point in me getting dragged deep into that area if I'm not going to get stuff that I can use to make more progress
What are you looking
going
to buy?
forward. So, farming is pretty much over and done with at this point. I forgot earlier that high jump could be found in the craft section, not the upgrade shards section, so that was kind of silly of me. But of course, I now have high jump, which is ridiculously powerful. If you've never seen it in action, it's ridiculous. And I went ahead. I have some high potions, which I don't really care about as much when I have all of the food. I have a huge amount of different kinds of food, including I got my beef. I got all the beef I needed for some beef curry. So hopefully this is enough healing items. If it's not, that's probably a problem. But it is definitely time to make progress.
Rosian! Rosian! Take this!
Which of course means we have to survive our trip through the deepest parts of the Oriental Sorcery Lab. And that is not an objective to be taken lightly. That probably wasn't quite worth it, but so be it. Yeah, it definitely wasn't worth it.
This for Zion! This for Zion! This for Zion! Take this!
Got him!
This Wraith! This for Zion! This for Zion! This!
Okay, no, not worth it. Bye!
This for Zion! This for Zion!
I hate all of you.
This Wraith! This for Zion!
Out of my way, you stupid cat! Yeah, these ninjas are definitely not worth fighting. They're not gonna give me anything that I need so badly as to take huge amounts of damage trying to get past them. Oh, that was a nice chest to unlock. Unfortunately, dodging them is going to get a little bit harder when it's the secret, only shadows, only, blood spatters. Actually, that was pathetically easy. I should probably stop trying to make guesses about what will or will not work very well. But of course, with that, we've reached the deepest part of the Oriental Sorcery Lab. And the only thing left to do is the boss, which I'm sure you all remember how much fun we had the first time we had to fight Zangetsu. Now things are going to be very interesting. But that will happen next time. So, until then,